Okay, so of course Vinyl is based on a true story, and Sara is one that's very close to home for you because obviously Mike Peters was the manager of your band, and you're one of your first.
He knows. He knows. He knows.
Bassists.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, but am I right in thinking that this story was they approached you?
Yeah, yeah. They didn't know any of this. They were amazed. They were amazed. They were amazed. They didn't check if I could direct. They just, you know, when I told them that I went out with the bass player and I knew them, it was like, oh, you can do the job. So I got to do the job.
And did you ever envisage that one day you'd be taking that set of events that you knew quite well and then bringing it to the big screen?
Well, truth be told, my connection with the band was when I was a kid. This happened in 2004, this event, so I had no idea, much to my disgrace, that this had happened. So for me, no, it was like it was like a rites of passage to come back to my hometown and make a film with the people that I used to hang out with and be in bands with just before I left that town. So it was brilliant. It was just one of those brilliant collision of perfect things.
So what was it like shooting in your hometown, and what was it like as an experience for you? Was there a real sort of community spirit on set?
It was good actually, because you know that everyone here kind of knows the place, you know, and it made it feel that much more kind of homely. And you know, especially when I was only, you know, I was still only 18 and I hadn't been away from home that much. Wow. So it was nice to like have people that kind of knew the area and yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. Wow, I didn't know you were only 18 and you... Ah, that's amazing. And for me, it was just like being a kid again when you ring on your bell of your friend's house and go, do you want to play? It was like that. It's just like, let's go play. Do you want to play? Yeah. So that was really nice. And things like, you know, I'd be shooting and I'd get a wave from someone and who said, oh, you know, I used to go to nursery school with you, or, you know, or I used to deliver ice cream to your house. That makes it sound very posh. Things like that. It was just great shoot. And now I want to do, like, you know, kind of Roger Corman used to have a studio just making loads of films like for small budgets. I really want to do that for Prestatyn and Rill. Just like keep making films. So we've got other things in the pipeline to go back. It was a great experience, and if the town will have us, we'd love to do it again.
Jamie, because you've been involved in sort of projects like Snow White and the Huntsman, for example, which are these huge kind of Hollywood sort of big blockbuster productions. How nice is it to do a film like this, which is a bit more intimate, and you do get that kind of community feel?
Well, to be honest, back then I hadn't been on a big set before, so being on even on a small budget movie was like a big kind of shock to the system, because I hadn't you know, I'd done like, you know, maybe like Doctors, a TV show or something, so I'd never really been on a set with, like, that was it. It was like a set with American people. Like that was really quite amazing to be on a set with American people, and it was like, oh god, wow. But yeah, I hadn't had an experience of being on like a big set before I did this, so it was kind of easing me into it, which was really nice.
The song is incredibly catchy. It's been in my head all day.
Great.
How important do you think that is to the film? Because if the song wasn't good, it would sort of devalue everything around it.
Of course it would. I think, you know, I mean, what was great about doing this on a shoestring is we kept all of that out of it. It was, if nothing else, it's authentic. That's how I feel. And you know, so we were really, all of us, all the creative people, that's all in a way there was no one else. So, you know, like Mike did a riff on his guitar, and we were able to go, yeah, let's do it. And Phil, you know, came up with the lyrics, and, you know, Jamie would come up with the song just before we'd shoot the scene, and we were in the chapel that's in the film, and upstairs is Mike's recording studio, is Mike's chapel. So it was all really immediate, and it was more like a bunch of people getting together, create, you know, just what we call creative now, but it was just a bunch of people coming together and doing what they love to do rather than other things, you know, like money, which no one had.
That really comes through in the film. I mean, especially, I mean, you know, Phil Daniels and sort of Keith Allen have both got musical backgrounds. Was it your intention to cast people with history and music, or is that just how it all sort of...
Yeah, because I was an actress, and I used to play punk rockers at the BBC, and they used to think, well, if they punk my hair up and put green spray on, that's what a punk rocker is. But a punk rocker's about the human soul, you know, about a spirit that, I mean, punk is what someone called it on the outside. Really, I think it's just about not accepting the authority, the status quo as is, and in a way that reflected us with the film, because we were the ones empowered to make it. There was no one on top of us making us do this or that for money or anything else other than the film itself. So I'm really proud of that fact that it felt pure. And we were making it in a town that is a really, you know, it's not a rich town, the town I come from. And so it's about, when that happens, it's always about the human spirit. And I think the story itself is about, you know, the strength of the human spirit overcoming ideas that doesn't belong to the human spirit, like how old are you? The human spirit doesn't know how old it is, it just is. So stuff like that is what I think is punk. And so we made it in that way.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for your...
Yeah, thanks, man.